If your consultancy firm has hit a growth ceiling where there seems to be a barrier that you can't break through, in this video, I'm going to show you why that barrier exists and how you can smash through it and create a growing firm that allows you to maximize your impact with clients, build personal prosperity, and enjoy more freedom than you ever thought possible. I see a very similar challenge in almost every consultancy firm. It's the same challenge that held me back for years in my own consultancy firms. Here's what I see, and it's what holds you back and prevents you growing your business. Until you solve this challenge, you'll continue to be stuck behind the growth barrier that stops you growing to where you want to be. If you feel like you're stuck on a sales roller coaster and can't seem to get off, you're probably running your business like almost every other consultant out there. You know you need new clients, so you get out networking and trying to drum up new business. Then every time you win new clients, delivery takes over and you get busy doing the work for clients you've just brought in. And the cycle starts all over again. Most consultancy firm owners are stuck in a constant tug-of-war between getting clients and delivering work. But if you want your business to grow, the answer isn't working harder in either direction, it's learning to build leverage. In this video, I'll show you how to break free from that reactive cycle and create leverage in your business using the VOSETA model, the framework that top consultancy firms use to scale and achieve more impact, more prosperity, and more freedom. The breakthrough only comes when you stop operating like an employee in your business and focusing on productivity. Instead, you need to start thinking like an orchestrator, where your focus is on leverage and creating a business that works for you, not because of you. In the typical consultancy practice, like the ones I built early on in the early 2000s, revenue growth is almost totally dependent on the owners of the business, the rainmakers in the business. And it happens particularly when you get out building your networks so that you can bring in referrals, not just referrals from existing clients, but referrals from people in your network who you're trying to build relationships with and get to know them so that they trust you to refer clients to you. And that's all well and good. There's nothing wrong with that approach, except for the fact that when you stop doing that work, the referrals stop coming in. So the typical referral approach to building new clients and acquiring clients in a consultancy firm does not use leverage as its basis. It requires manual labor to achieve results. So the biggest factor in growing your business as a consultant, running your own firm, is to stop focusing on the productivity of sales results and your productivity in generating sales and the productivity of your people in doing the work in delivering your services to your clients, and start focusing on how can you create leverage in your business so that you can create a scalable business and ultimately a saleable business if that's where you want to go. So I talk about in my books the business leverage model, which has really two components or three components if you talk about the lever, but the one biggest component first is the personal power, how much skill, knowledge, and ability you can build into your own character, your own personality, your own way of leading your business so that you can achieve maximum success. And as Jim Rohn once said, you've got to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. So a key component of building leverage is working hard on yourself, building your personal skills and personal attributes so that you can create more personal power. I talked about that in the previous video, so I'll leave a link to that video so that you can go back and watch that if you haven't done already. That'll be in the description below. But also the part that I want to focus on mainly today is the VOSETA model, the triangle in the diagram that I've just showed you. And I want to look at that in a way that really helps you generate the focus on your business in the way that you need to have focus to take your business where it's never been able to go before. Now, typically, what I see in most businesses is that, as I've talked about, that two-way tug-of-war between sales and delivery. So in the model that I'm talking about here, we've got the client focus and the team focus are the two areas that most of us concentrate on when we're trying to grow our business, or really trying to operate our business. We're really focused on survival, often in that short-term dilemma and dichotomy between these two aspects. We either need more work or we need to get work done, and we can't really build those two together in the way that we typically operate in our businesses. And what I see, and the main reason for that, if we are always in this tug-of-war battle and that achieving that feast-famine cycle of sales ups and downs, the roller coaster ride that I've talked about, it is because our focus is on two elements that we need in our business. And there's nothing wrong with focusing on what we need, except for the fact that it really limits our ability to grow our business. Because when we're fighting for survival and getting to a level of sustainability or trying to achieve sustainability, we actually limit it because our focus shifts backwards and forwards between those two factors. And the one key factor, the one primary barrier to growth that we're not attending to, is the foundational element of the owner's perspective. Now, when we look at the owner's perspective, my experience is that most owners of consultancy firms actually lack clarity in what they're all about. They lack clarity, first of all, in the vision they have for the business or the purpose they have for the business. And typically that clarity is, well, it starts off in most businesses like, I want to build a business that's successful. I want to build a business that provides me income and ideally freedom. We all want prosperity and freedom. And I think that's a universal factor in the way that people start businesses. And there's nothing wrong with that, except that it limits your growth. And at some point, we've got to go through an evolution in our thinking that moves away from our personal requirements to looking at the needs of our market and the needs of our team. So we've got to have a vision that is more about contribution than what we can get out of it. So the way that we can grow a scalable business is to have a way of contributing to the world, and that means more closely aligned with contributing to our clients and contributing to our team in a way that helps them succeed. So when our focus is on our personal success, really, who wants to back that? Maybe your mum or your wife or your spouse, your kids, but your clients really don't want to make you successful. That's not their aim in life. And really, for your team as well, they're not here to achieve your personal success at the expense of their own. So when we can have a focus on contribution and what we can achieve in our business to help our clients succeed and to help our team succeed, then we have a much greater probability of success in a way that we can grow our business to achieve success. Now, the other area of lack of clarity is around our objectives, because we're trying to do all these things. We're trying to get more sales and we're trying to do more work. We are limited in our ability to set clear objectives that are sustainable in their growth element. So before we even start to look at how do we get more clients and how do we start to create more efficiency, more productivity within our team, we need to be much clearer and to be precise about our vision and our objectives for our business. Then our focus needs to go on to clients. And that is not about how do I get more sales, but it's really about what is the strategy, first of all, that we need to adopt to attract more clients to us. Rather than going out chasing clients or chasing referral partners and trying to win more work through our own manual labor, what is a strategy we can adopt that will attract our best clients to us in a way that creates leverage? And again, we need to look at leverage in every aspect of our business. So how can we leverage our actions towards attracting clients and bringing clients to us that are almost ready to buy when we enter a sales meeting? So that comes about to, first of all, the strategy, then our ability to execute that strategy. So what are the steps we need to put into place to develop that strategy? And they're the two aspects of the work. And I've got a document that I really unpack how to achieve a winning strategy and how to build out your execution of that strategy in a 6-step framework. So if you would like to access that training and the document that I've created that helps you grow your consultancy firm, it's a consultancy growth blueprint, in other words, you can access that via the link that I've put in the description below. So the key element is obviously the foundation for growth is, first of all, underpinned by our vision and our objectives. The next level of that foundation is to have consistent and predictable client acquisition, because without that foundation, we cannot continue to grow. If we're always in this feast-famine sales cycle, we don't have a foundation for growth. It's like a seesaw that we're trying to build on. It's not the lever that is able to continue to lever ourselves up. It's a seesaw that's teeter-tottering backwards and forwards. And if we're trying to build on that, we've got a very unstable foundation to build on. So having our strategy right, a winning strategy that attracts clients to us, and the execution process that we need to enable that strategy are the critical fundamentals that we need to put into place on top of our vision and our clear objectives. And then it comes to a focus on our team. And our team needs to be motivated to work. If we have to motivate our team, then there's a real additional labor input or another pressure on us to make our business work. So ideally, with the combination of our vision and purpose that our team aligns with, we can create performance and a high level of performance through our team because of their own personal motivation, because they're aligned with our vision. They want to achieve the same goals that we want to achieve because they totally bought into that. It's in alignment with their personal vision and their own purpose in life to achieve what we want to achieve. So when we can create that alignment in the people that we employ in our business and bring our focus together on achieving the same goals, then the self-motivation of our people will enable that to happen. And yes, in the performance model, we need to put in the framework that creates the right environment for them, the right systems and processes that they can work with, that we are able to enable them and empower them, and to mobilize them with the tools and the equipment and the systems and processes that enable them to work more efficiently, and build a business model around that process that helps them deliver an effective output and outcomes for our clients in a way that keeps everyone happy. And we want our clients to be happy. But as Richard Branson said, if we want our clients to be happy, make sure that your employees are happy first, because happy employees create happy clients. So that needs to be our focus there. And then to bring it all together, to wrap it up, we need an element of accountability in the process. And accountability is not totally responsibility, although that's one aspect of it. But accountability is about a relationship between two parties. It's a relationship between your employee and yourself, where you're both working towards the same ends of achieving the result for your client. And when you can bring those things together so that you can have that level of accountability where your employee is responsible for what they need to achieve, and you're responsible for giving them what they need to do the job effectively. That's what I mean by accountability. Yes, it involves keeping the score. It involves knowing the numbers and knowing what results are being achieved. So efficiency, productivity levels are important in this process, but it's more important that you're coming together around accountability to achieve the results that you're both trying to achieve. So the VOSETA model is really a framework that you can employ in your business to know that you are really setting the right foundations for business success, for achieving what your clients ultimately want and what they are looking for, and that you can deliver on that, and also what your teammates are looking for in working for your business, and so that you can deliver on that, so they can deliver on what the clients want, and ultimately everyone's happy. It's really a win-win-win scenario if you operate with this VOSETA model and the framework that applies to that. So make sure in your business that you are able to break through that barrier of the sales limits that you've created by making the business about yourself. And really, that's the big stumbling block. The barrier to growth is that your business is all about you, and you're being the operator in the business. You're operating as an employee in your business, looking at what needs to be done to get sales and to achieve productivity, instead of what needs to be done to grow a scalable business by building leverage in your business to achieve the results you're looking for. So if that resonates with you, in the next video, I'm going to be unpacking this system and showing you how you can put together the VOSETA framework into your business, and how you can look at how to get clarity around your vision and your objectives, how to understand your business from the client's perspective rather than your need for sales. And that's the key here. What do your clients need, and how you can deliver that will attract clients to you. So we're going to be unpacking the process around that and the ability to execute on that client attraction system, and then look at how we can build in the systems and processes that keep your employees efficient and productive. So it's going to be a very practical video, and there's a link to that up here. But if you haven't yet downloaded the consultancy growth blueprint document, then check out the link in the description below to get that, and follow on with the video that you'll see here. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.